Hi guys, this is Lauren from Lauren Watkins Art, and today I'm going to share with you the art supplies I will be taking with me on vacation this week. My first thing I'm going to be packing is my gouache. Now, I usually take a small watercolor palette with me because I'm often hiking and biking on vacation, but since it's still winter and we're going to be visiting family, we're going to be mostly just hanging out around my in-laws' home or my parents' home, and so I could afford to bring something a little bit bigger. So I'm bringing my gouache palette. I thought this would be a really nice medium to bring with me because I can dilute it down and use it as watercolor, or I can apply it really thick and get a more opaque look, and it'll really allow me to experiment since I'm going to have a lot more time to create. I also have I have my palettes here, and then I have a little towel in between, and that just kind of helps give me something to wipe my brush off of, and it helps keep the space between the palettes nice and clean. So I'm going to bring that with me, and then the next thing I'm going to bring is my handbook sketchbook. It's the handbook brand. I've only done a couple sketches in it. I got it a couple days ago for my birthday, and so I'm going to hopefully put more in. I'd like to treat this as kind of an art journal, so have some sketching things, but also draw pictures of kind of what I've been doing or things that relate to that. So hopefully I can do that on this trip. In the back it has this kind of clear pocket. I don't know if you can see that very well, and I put some loose watercolor paper. Again, it's nothing expensive because this is going to be traveling, it might get ruined, but in case I wanted to do something with heavier watercolor washes, or somebody wanted to come paint with me, I could give them a paper to work on. So I'm going to put that back in and close it up. So there's those. The next thing I'm bringing is this tin. I don't know if you can see it very well with the glare. It's from Winsor Newton, and it came with watercolor markers in it, but I took the watercolor markers out, and I will be using this to hold kind of my basic art supplies. So we'll kind of set it here so you can see it. Let's zoom in just a little bit. I've got 3 different markers to use for sketching. I've got just a Sharpie fine point marker, nothing too crazy. I like taking these on trips because I don't have to stress about them getting lost or broken because they're really inexpensive. I also have a Pentel slime pen, and I really like this one. It has a nice broad tip so I can do more bold lines than what I could get with the Sharpie. Then I also have a Pentel brush pen, and that's really fun to get some various weighted lines and do some different techniques when drawing. This isn't waterproof, so this has to go on top of anything that I draw. But this is a fun pen to take with me, so I'm packing those. I've got my Ranger brand mini mister, and this is really nice to have with water because I can use it to spray off my palette and let it kind of let the paint absorb the water. And it's a little bit easier than taking my brush and kind of spreading water over it. So I've got that. It's a nice handy size. I've got just a pencil sharpener and an old eraser, and for drawing and sketching and sharpening my pencils. I've got a number 2 pencil, and then I've packed my Staedtler Mars Lumograph 6B pencil in case I wanted to do a little bit more pencil drawing and have a little bit more value options than just the number 2 pencil. So pack both of those, and then I've packed quite a few paintbrushes. I have these white Taklon bristle brushes, and these are really nice with working with gouache because they don't hold too much water. And since I usually work with gouache straight out of the palette and have to re-wet it, since they're a little bit stiffer, it allows me to work that paint up and get it re-wet and thick easier. So I've got a few of these. I I bought this whole pack for I think less than $5, so I'm not too stressed if a brush goes missing. So taking those with me, and then just a little pack of wet wipes since I will be working inside since it's winter and we'll just be hanging out with family. I don't need to pack too many of these or too many like super condensed, like packed down travel options, but it is always nice to have wet wipes with you. So just kind of keep those with me just in case I want to draw in the car. I can wipe my hands off or mix it for a quick cleanup if a mess happens. So I kind of throw all those into this, and then the other bonus with this, using this pan for a palette, is that, or for a case, is that I can use the lid, the section right here, as a palette, and you can kind of see different colors that have stained it. And since I'm going to be hanging out with family, it will be really nice to have more room to mix colors and washes and not limit myself to smaller wells. So I'm going to pack all those up, and together they don't take up much room. They can fit in a bag pretty easily, and so it's pretty condensed. So I'm pretty excited about that setup. And then some other things I'll be bringing. Just an empty ice cream container. It's plastic. It's got a screw-on lid, and this container is really nice to hold my water, because since it has a screw-on lid, it's not 100% waterproof. Like, water can leak out of it if it's tipped on its side for too long, but I have a little bit more time because it does have a lid. It's just, if it breaks, I'm not stressed because it's just something that I've been recycling and reusing. And the other nice thing about it is I don't want to be forced to use like a drinking cup when we're visiting family. Not everyone buys disposable cups, and so if I need something to wash my brush in, I don't want it to be a cup that somebody's going to drink from later, even if it's washed, just because like I have cadmium based colors in here and I just don't want to worry about getting other people sick. So that's why I'm bringing that with me. And the other supply I'll be bringing with me is my planner. Let's see if we can make some room for that. This is really handy. It's just a typical planner. I've got some business cards in the front. So it's got my schedule and my, let's pull it open to a page that doesn't have personal info on it. So it's just a typical planner, but I can start planning out projects, YouTube videos or blog posts that I'm going to be working on. And I can also, I have some blank paper in the back and some lined paper that I can start, and have more room to brainstorm like series. Like if I want to paint a series of Arctic animals, I can kind of brainstorm what I want the paintings to look like, what I want what animals I want to include in that series, and I have more space to do it than in this little planner. So this really helps me kind of figure out what I want to do and utilize that time in for our 5-hour car ride that we have. So this is what I'm taking. It's a little bit bulky if you were going to be hiking, but for a little art bag that I'm going to keep by me, not too bad. I can just put it in the little tote, or as what I usually do is I have a backpack that I throw it all in and I can just carry it with me. So that's what I'm bringing. What about you? Do you have any art supplies or specific things that you typically take with you on vacation? And let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see what other people do, and so I can kind of adjust and maybe try new things as I travel this summer. So thanks for watching. If you like this video and you thought it was helpful, please like it, and if you want to see more videos that are coming out that I make, please hit subscribe. Thank you.